he was really struggling to find good contingent workforce labour, and I worked in recruitment. Didn't really touch on much construction stuff, but there was a little bit that we did, and we knew that back then, 10, 12 years ago, that it was broken and that the market was broken. And then we started to discuss and we came up with this idea of, right, we need to get an app, we need to make the app streamlined, we need to give the clients, we need to cut out the agency as the middleman, we need to give the clients the buck to go and choose who they want, hire who they want, and we need to give candidates peace of mind that they're going to get paid every week. I think the obstacles more recently have been, and before I met you, was a great idea that we knew could work. How do we put it down on piece of paper? How do we realistically make that idea that we know can work into an app? Intellectual apps, really helped bring Subifi to life by, like I said, really understanding what it was and really kind of understanding what our end outcome was and working back and not cutting any corners by going, okay, but if we're going to get to there, we need to, we've got 3 different apps all in one here. We can't cut any corners to get to that. We need to do them all perfectly, and that's going to mean this is the length of time, this is how it's going to be, this is the design, this is what I understood from your, and constant feedback from both of us, or your team and my team, is this is what I've understood, Nick, is that correct? Yep, all of that, except for you've also got this, great, okay, well with that comes this, and just constant, that nice open flow of communication. I think that's one thing I'd have definitely say, is that consistent communication. And now hiring communities, hiring managers, site managers, directors, etc., completely hold all the tools to hire. AI features incorporated in Subifi, yes, there's a lot of technology in there across the board, but we really tried to make Subifi user friendly. It's for construction, engineering and industrial sectors, and therefore we know that we need to make it user-friendly. We're going to have a whole wide range of different individuals that will be using it. So we've got job postings, AI enhanced. We've got candidate profiles, CV equivalent to CV writing, AI in there. So creating a profile, AI. There's lots of stuff in there to help and aid individuals as much as they possibly need. They don't have to if they want to write all their own stuff. It's absolutely applicable and accessible for you to do so, but we've just really tried to give as much support as we can. But yeah, AI is absolutely the future, so yeah, really good. I would rate my experience working with you guys extremely high, like 9.5, 10 out of 10. It's been brilliant. I think like I mentioned earlier, the constant communication has been great. The managing of expectations, when sometimes we've been tricky and we've asked for little changes or amends, nothing's been too much trouble. The team's been patient. Getting to know the team, obviously you've been my main point of call, but getting to know all of the developers for the different parts of the areas and so on and so forth has been really good. So yeah, everything's been an A1 sort of scenario.